Disclaimer, anything said about big YouTube personalities or other individuals in this video is allegations only. Thank you for watching.
I'm too ugly.
Hey, it's me.
Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about pick me boys. If you were here last week, we talked about pick me women, and now it's going to go on to the men. Now, before we get started, at this channel we like to start with our verse of the day. Our verse of the day will be a continuation of last week's verse, which is Matthew 22, verse 14. Many are invited, but few are chosen. So in this video, we're going to be talking about pick me men. Now, typically, you've probably heard the term pick me when referring to women, but lately this term has been applied to men as well. Usually the nice guys. Now, to be clear, this video is going to be a little bit different because there's going to be a lot of discussion and less resource, which is not a bad thing. I've been doing my research. I want to first specify that there are, in my opinion, two different types of pick me men. We're going to talk about the first type of pick me men, which is the insecure pick me. The insecure pick me guy is the guy who does things to get approval from women while also differentiating himself from other men in a negative way. So he might put himself down more. He might say things like, well, I'm just not strong like other guys, and so a lot of girls just don't like me. Or, he might just put himself down. He might fish for compliments and say things like, you wouldn't actually like a guy like me because I'm just so ugly. I'm too ugly. But, he might say things like that, hoping to get a compliment or hoping to get a woman's approval. Also, the insecure pick me guy could hype up his masculinity. So rather than being insecure in the sense of, oh, I'm not attractive enough or I'm not handsome enough, he might say things like, oh, well, I can never wear makeup or get my nails done. I'm just too masculine. And ladies and men, as you know, if you are secure in your femininity or secure in your masculinity, it shouldn't bother you what other people do. Or it shouldn't bother you the idea of having your nails painted or another guy having his nails painted, because if another guy is able to do that and he is still masculine, that's his business. He is still masculine. If you don't like getting your nails painted, that's cool. But I think when a guy says, oh, I can never get my nails painted because I'm a man, he's insecure. His masculinity is fragile, and he's trying to hype it up and reaffirm that he is indeed masculine and he's different from other guys in this regard. So that's what an insecure insecure pick me man can look like. I did actually have just one video that I wanted to show you guys today to give you guys an example of what the insecure pick me guy looks like.
That was good. Okay, you're next.
Would you rather have invisibility or super speed?
I'm already invisible. Never mind. My turn. Okay, would you jump off that really big building? Or give a guy like me a hug?
Oh.
Valentine's Day is actually coming up. I've never had a Valentine's before. Isn't that crazy? Girls usually don't like guys like me. I guess goofy guys just aren't the move nowadays. I guess it's my fault for being a lover boy. Okay, truth or dare?
Truth.
Alright, what would you rate me on a scale of 1 to 10?
Like a 7.
You don't have to lie. I know I'm a 0 anyways.
No, I promise, you look good.
So, same time next week?
Maybe,
I knew this was gonna happen. Just like every other girl, you're just gonna ghost me.
Actually, I really do want to see you again. Okay, thank you for dropping me off. I'll see you soon.
See you soon, princess. Oh, I miss her. I'm gonna text her.
Okay, I thought that video was actually just really funny. I mean, I love point of views. I've said that multiple times here on this channel. But what was funny is at the end, he's like, oh my gosh, I miss her. And then he texts her and he's blocked. And I just think that goes to say that, there are some girls who will fall for this bit. God knows I have fallen for this bit time and time again. And ladies, if you've ever fallen for the whole, oh, you'd never be with a guy like me. I'm just not cool enough. Let me know down below, because I think there are some women who would fall for this bit. And then also there are some women who see a guy act like this, and even if they are attracted to the guy, they might find his insecurity unattractive, or like the fact that he lacks confidence to be unattractive, which is valid. I think confidence is a very attractive feature. Now, not overconfidence. I'm not attracted to men who are overconfident, because now you're doing too much. Like, sit down somewhere. But when a guy is like, oh my gosh, I'm ugly and no one ever wants me, it's like, okay, so why should I? Like, you don't even like you. Why should I like you? Like, but, so that goes to say that, like, pick me boys, the insecure ones, they might have success in relationships at times, but typically they don't. And that's a part of the bit. That's a part of their personality. That's why they often say things like, oh, well, every girl leaves me one way or another, or every girl chooses a guy who's better than me, or XYZ. It's because they have this insecurity that honestly ends up ruining things for them. And this goes the both ways, like for men or women. I think being insecure when you're also looking for a relationship or wanting to love somebody can really mess up a relationship from forming, because most people don't want to deal with somebody who's too insecure or who's not secure enough in their own self, because that means you need validation. And if you can't find validation in yourself, you're probably going to look for it from your partner. And that can be a lot to deal with in a relationship. So, in my opinion, the insecure pick me boy isn't necessarily dangerous. He's not always a bad guy. He usually is just somebody who wants to be loved, who wants to be accepted, and the way he goes about it is just a bit cringy, as the kids would say. Now, the second type of pick me boy. Now, I am a smaller channel, so I don't think I'm going to get in trouble for anything that I say moving forward. But the second type of pick me boy is the boy who gets by. He passes. He passes as a cool guy. He passes as a man who truly does has feminist values, and who truly does care for women, and who truly does seem to do the right things, right? This guy, this other pick me man, is the wolf in sheep's clothing. Now, why do I call him the wolf in sheep's clothing? I call him the wolf in sheep's clothing because, like I said, he's the type of guy who can have you convinced that he would never do certain things, he would never stand by certain things. And when he says that he's a feminist, or when he says he believes in anti-misogynistic principles, you believe him because of what he's able to say, and because of the standards that he has, and the fact that he's maybe well articulate and he's able to explain himself well. Post edit Samantha here. So I did some more research, and I came to learn that woke fishing is the actual term for this, when a man acts like he cares about progressive causes in order to get with a woman, or in order to seem like a safe choice to a woman. Now, later on in the video, we're going to talk about how that can be deceptive if the man has a large platform, and how it can affect his audience. Thank you. Now, the reason I identify this as another type of pick me is because of some recent controversy that has happened in the YouTube community. Obviously, like I said, I am a smaller channel. I don't consider myself a part of the commentary sphere, but I do love commentary, and that is what I do on this channel. And since I was in middle school, I grew up watching a very popular commentary channel called Cody Co, specifically during his era where he was with Noel Miller, and they made a lot of reaction videos. Yeah, I've been watching him for a long time. I was a long-time fan, and recently there have come allegations that Cody Co was dating minors when he was 24 to 25 years old, and had sexual relations with minors at this age. And obviously, the reason why I call this kind of person a wolf in sheep's clothing is because at that time, when he was that age, there are different videos and different clips where he claims to be against pedophilia, or against men who do this type of thing where it comes to dating younger women, and he makes jokes about it, but he's also like, it's not cool. It's not cool.
What the fuck? Man, that shit made me want to vomit.
Which?
R. Kelly being 31 and like charming up 17-year-old girls. And like
and in general, with a lot of his videos, you kind of just get this vibe from him and from what he says, that he is a feminist, and that he supports women, and that he believes women, right? So with these allegations, he obviously has not said much on the allegations and has not claimed much about what's happened or been truthful about what's happened. Post edit Samantha here again. So since I recorded this video, Cody's studio company TMG has came out with a statement, and I did read over that statement. Essentially, the statement went out to employees apologizing for what has been transpiring in the few weeks involving Cody, and just letting them know that Cody won't be involved in the day-to-day at the studio. But unfortunately, this statement does not address the allegations. There's no mention of the allegations or the minors involved, or the people who were minors involved. So as far as apologies or acknowledgement goes, there's no acknowledgement here. It's more so just a, hey, he's not going to be here for a while. Now, I personally, I do believe victims, and I do believe these allegations, and there's proof to back up these allegations. I'm not going to get too deep into it. If you have not seen D'Angelo Wallace's video on this, I would recommend that video. I think that's the video that kind of started this whole thing from rolling and like started putting everybody's eyes on this. But I want to just say that this is a type of pick me man. It's the man who's able to make you think he's on your side, but he's not. Maybe because he has secrets, maybe because there are skeletons in his closet, but he's not actually on your side. And he's most especially not actually on the side of women, because at the end of the day, he has done dangerous things to women, or he has, been able to hide the fact that he has a past. And so I think this kind of pick me guy is a bit dangerous, who pushes you to go on a date with him because he's a feminist, or who gets into female friendly spaces like a book club. And after book club, he's trying to take you out and trying to, just XYZ. So the wolf in sheep clothing pick me man is the man who tries to differentiate himself from other men by claiming to not be a misogynist, by claiming to be a feminist, XYZ, but they're doing this because they want to be accepted by women, to sleep with women or to be with women. So it's a bit similar to the insecure pick me, but the difference in my opinion is it's a bit more manipulative, and it's also just malicious in a way. There's a lot more intent and there's a lot more planning that goes into being a wolf in sheep's clothing. I just wanted to talk about the two different types of pick me men. Since I'm not a man myself, I don't really have too much experience about what it looks like as a man to interact with pick me men, and I only have my limited experience as a woman to interact with pick me men. So this is a shorter video. Now, if you have experiences with pick me men, I would love to hear about it down below. And I'm just looking forward to seeing you guys next week for our next video, where we will be talking about what it means to be a girl's girl. Thank you for watching. Bye, babies.